What's up, guys? Pep Man here, Carolina Varsity. I want to add a little Michael Jackson to the players of the week this week. Anyways, got a little background music. Maybe y'all enjoy that. I attended the Sun Valley Myers Park game, and a lot of players stood out in this game. There's a lot of talent on the field. First off, for Sun Valley, I got two players. Quarterback Sam Howell, I felt like he threw the ball well when he got the time to do so. And he had a strong 20-yard touchdown run to cut into the Myers Park lead in the second half. I heard a lot about this kid, and this is the first time I've seen him live, and all the hype is real. I mean, he could really throw the football, man, and to do that as a sophomore, um, he's got a really bright future, and really look forward to watching him over the next couple years. And one of the guys he was really throwing to was Jeremiah Miller. Very good looking receiver on the outside. He had multiple catches all game long. Good size, good speed with the ball in his hands. Not sure about where he's going to school, but if he's not committed anywhere, I think some guys need to get down to Sun Valley and talk to him. For Myers Park, there were so many guys I was impressed with, and it was hard to pare this list down. Um, Jack Davidson, quarterback, threw the ball really well. He had two touchdown passes as well. He scored on a series of quarterback sneaks, and he's the real deal. I know he's going to Ivy League. He has some other D1 offers, but he really wants to go to an Ivy League school. Is what his coach told me, and he told me that himself in the preseason interview. So that's very impressive. Syke Patrick, he had a nice long catch on a smash route. He was the inside guy, ran a deep corner route, caught it, ran for a touchdown. And he had a couple of key possession catches, especially on the drive in the fourth quarter. Myers Park was up 20-14, and the game was in the balance. And there was a couple critical third downs where he had catches to keep the chains moving. And obviously when they get in a tough spot, that's a good connection to have, Davidson to Patrick. And the Myers Park defensive line, they were led by Corey Mobley and Michael Neal. They kept consistent pressure on Sam Howell all night long, and they really kept the Sun Valley running game in check. It actually ended, Sun Valley's final chance ended on a sack and a forced fumble by that defensive line. And you see these guys in person. This is the biggest defensive line Myers Park has had that I can remember, and they're imposing. As long as they stay healthy, man, they're a team that you're gonna have to really deal with. Great job to all you guys. I appreciated watching all of you. It was a great environment down in Sun Valley, and a good football game overall. Now we're going to move on to some coach nominations here from Mountain Island Charter. They kind of get lost in the wash, but they have a good program up there led by Robert Washington. Opry Washington had 8 carries, 140 yards, and 2 touchdowns, 1 catch for 18 yards, 16 tackles, and 2 pass deflections. All this in a victory over Pine Lake Prep. Also, Shaven Gilliam, 16 tackles and a sack. Really good numbers there. Carson Pledger, he had 3 punts for 139 yards, which is a 46-yard average. Very, very good. And he also had a catch for 28 yards. A punter doing a little bit of double duty there. Terrell Hager, 13 carries for 114 yards and a touchdown. And Coach Washington really wants to shout out his offensive line. And they did not give up 1 sack and had 484 yards of total offense. That's getting it done up there at Mountain Island. And they have a really nice facility up there. I know a lot of us don't really, keep up with them consistently. You may hear something out here and there, but you can get up there and check it out, man. They got some good stuff going on there. Thanks to Coach Washington for highlighting those kids and, shooting them over to us. A couple of others from the Charlotte games. Dirk Kierton had a 31-yard interception return for a touchdown, and a 21-10 win for Butler over Huff. And Michael Roberts, the Vance receiver, had 10 catches for 127 yards and a touchdown, and a 52-14 win over Independence to move those Vance Cougars to 5-0. Number 1 in the Sweet 16, number 3 in the best of last. Really impressive getting it done up there on IBM Drive. And finally, MHS does a great job for the North Piedmont area, sending in nominations. We got three. Cole Camely, I hope I said that right. State Christian defensive back. Statesville Christian, excuse me, defensive back. 14 tackles, 9 solos, 1 tackle for loss, and 3 passes defense. Good stuff. Cannon Cox, running back, 12 carries for 150 yards and a touchdown. Also had, well, in total, he had 248 all-purpose yards. That's a busy night. A lot of work for Mr. Cox there. And we're going to finish up the night with Tavis White, South Iredale running back, 13 carries for 110 yards, 1 touchdown. Also had 4 catches for 32 yards. So good stuff in the North Piedmont area. And Dale's going to add his players of the week also. So if you didn't hear him from me, don't fret. He's got a lot more. He had a lot of nominations this week. Thank you for sending those in. Continue to send those in to us. We would love to do all nominations, and we're getting close. We're getting close. But thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.
Hi, guys. As Matt said, we are trying to use only nominated players, so we don't have to go out and try to find players. Players can be nominated by coaches, Carolina Varsity staff that attends a game, or fans. All right, so I attended the Olympic Porter Ridge game. Porter Ridge won 20-14, come from behind victory in that ball game. Number 6, Austin Richardson. He had 4 receptions, 129 yards, 1 TD, had a 32-yard punt return, and he had at least 1 interception. We got a nice picture of that up in the photo gallery. Coach Mike Hertz, after the game, pointed him out as being a special player, and I saw that in the game Friday night. Also from that ball game, number 6 is here, DeMarquise Truesdale. He had 2 touchdowns. I don't have any other stats. Played well. Obviously, getting 2 touchdowns. He got both of the scores for Olympic. Olympic just couldn't quite get it done. Congratulations to both of you guys. Anthony Perkins attended the Burns Kings Mountain ball game. And from that ball game, in that ball game, Burns came from behind to win 28-17. And we got 2 players, and we're going to mention one player first, Miguel Burris, fullback. He finished with 142 yards on 24 carries and 1 TD. And Anthony's statement about him, he was a load for the Kings Mountain defense. And then B.J. Hopper. What a ball game this guy played. He played both ways, and we like two-way players. He had 2 receptions for TDs. One of them was 44 yards, the other was 56. Big play player. How big a big play player is he? Well, over on the defensive side of the ball, he had a 26-yard pick 6. 3 touchdowns in the ball game, scored on both sides of the ball. You don't see that often. Congratulations. All right. Another nominations came in from Alexander Central. Looking at that ball game, Alexander Central and Ashe County. First, I want to mention for Ashe County, Colin Ellis. What a ball game this kid had. 28-45, 456 yards, 6 TDs. Wow, what a ball game. But they didn't win. They didn't even come close, actually. Alexander Central won this ball game 82-42. Now let's look at Alexander Central. It's got to mention a few things here. This was such a night for records, many records. So the first record we're going to mention is the team had 801 rushing yards. That is a new state record, eclipsing the previous record of 745 yards. Wow. The team had a total offense of 927 yards. That is also a new state record, eclipsing the previous record of 827. That is just outstanding. When you have a ball game like that on offense, offensive line, you gotta have a good offensive line doing stuff for you. Here are the 5 starters on that offensive line: Mason Smith, Luke Huffman, Noah Green, Cody Blankenship, Dawson Johnson. Congratulations to you, young men. You helped your team. You led your team to 2 state records. And you also helped your running back set a team record of rushing. Bryson Godfrey, 364 yards. That's a new school record. Guys, that's 28.8 yards a carry. Wow. 3 touchdowns to go along with that. Also in the ball game, Devin Weiss had 18 carries for 198 yards and 4 TDs. And Tajuan Calhoun, I do not know if I'm pronouncing your name properly, your first name. 10 carries, 150 yards, 1 TD. How about letting me know? New to the site, or new to the Players of the Week, Players of the Game videos from Granville Central, the Granville Central High School Panthers. Zach Kentafa wears number 99. He's a kicker. He's a wide receiver. Plays both. He also plays 2 sports. He's on the soccer team. He had 1 reception for a touchdown. Had a couple of receptions in the ball game. 1 was for a touchdown. Multiple good kickoffs. 4 punts that 2 of them were kicked inside the 20. The other 2 were at the 22 and 23 yard line, so all really good kicks, along on the night of 49 yards, so good kicking. He also ran the ball on a punt attempt, a fake punt attempt, and he made his PATs. Good ball game, son. And finally, we got a nomination. Don't have many stats, but in that big win for Providence over East Mecklenburg Friday night, they had a player return in Drake DeLulis, and he had 4 receptions for and 1 touchdown. And that's really all the stats I've got. The person that nominated him said he played well in the ball game, played in all phases of the ball game well that he was in, and he was a leader. So there you go, guys. Please send us in your nominations. We'd like to have them by Sundays. You can tweet them to @CarolinaVarsity, #CVPOG. You can put them on the forum as well. We start a thread each week, and you can place them into the forum. Thanks for watching, guys.